つうかこんな時に
Okay! I've never heard his coil chime before.
そういうことなら連れてってもらおうか。
Are you ditching us? You know, if you kind of put it out of context, this looks very sensual. Hey guys, welcome back to DRAMAtical Murder. If you already know, we already finished up Clear's Roots, so now we're starting Koujaku. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Koujaku is absolutely one of my favorite characters, absolutely. Besides Clear and Alba, of course, but he's good. He's a best friend to Alba, and he already acts like an obsessive boyfriend towards him, so... Before we start anything, I'd like to give a huge shout out to ArtTech-Lopo. I don't know how you say that, but she's been commenting and liking every single one of my playthroughs this past week, and she's been helping me out and just giving me advice and stuff. She's the one who commented to do Koujaku and kind of led me on how to get to his route. So yeah, thank you, ArtTech, for helping me out, and thank you for liking one of my videos. You deserve a shout out. And there you have it, the shout out. Alright, so we're gonna think of Koujaku because he's my favorite. Alright. I get out of bed and leave my room. In the hall, I notice someone sitting on the stairs. Before I have a chance to speak, he turns.
Yo. コウジャク、何やってんだこんなとこで。ちょっとな。
I walk down the stairs and sit on the step just above him. The lights are off, so it's pretty dark.
本当は散歩でもしようかと思ってたんだが、ここまで来て迷ってよ。座ってたら時間が経っちまってた。考え事か。まあそんなとこだな。お前こそどうした？眠れねえのか？
Nope, couldn't sleep.
そうだな。いろいろあったから。つかお前、ほんと無茶しすぎなんだよ。ラフラビットが出てきたり、変なガスマスクに懐かれてたり、しまいにはスクラッチまで出てくるしで。
Sorry about that, guys. I'm just in the middle of having lunch, so I really need to stop eating stuff before recording, or else I'm gonna be gross.
ごめん。いや悪い。そうじゃねえんだ。攻めようと思って言ったんじゃなく、なんだ。さっきのタエさんの話もあっただろ。だから心配っつうかな。そうだよな。お前にはほんとたくさん心配かけて。待て、違う。そういうんじゃなくて、なんつんだ。お前抱え込むとこあるだろう、昔から。だから些細なことでも話せば少しは楽になるんじゃねえのかなってお前見てて思うんだよ。でもお前がそうなのは昔からだもんな。別にそれが悪いって言ってるわけじゃねえし、悪かねえんだけどよ。お前そういうのは言わないと気づかねえだろ。だから俺も言い続けるっつうか。うん。水木のこともよ。あんま気にしすぎんな。つってもそんな簡単なことじゃねえだろうけど、そうするのが無責任に感じるなら俺のせいにしていいから。ありがとな。
Aww. See what I mean, guys? They're literally like best friends, but Koujaku acts like an obsessive boyfriend. Koujaku's trying to cheer me up. I'm grateful for his concern. He glances back at me while he wants to say something, but ruffles his bangs instead.
お前の力スクラップだっけか。あれもよ。お前がそうだから怖いとかやばいとかそう
Aww.
思わねえから。
That's kind of cute. I like that.
お前がライムやってたってのはちょっと意外だったけどな。
俺も本当に忘れてたんだ。隠してたわけじゃない。
分かってる。長年お前見てりゃ嘘ついてるかどうかくらい分かる。お前責めたって何の意味もねえし、お前が一番苦しいんだろうし。今俺たちは俺たちができることをする。ただそれだけだ。
ありがとう。
He lets out a little sigh and smiles.
これからプラチナジェイルに乗り込むんだぜ。何が起きてもおかしくねえし、どうなるかもわからねえ。
I'm surprised you could say that while also keeping a smile on your face.
お前も少しでもいいから寝て、体休めとけ。の？
そうだな。そうする。でもお前も同じだぞ。ちゃんと休めよ。
お、俺もそうするから心配すんな。
それじゃ、おやすみ。
おやすみ。
Oyasumi? I get up and head back to my room. I feel a little more relaxed. Talking to Koujaku helped. I need to focus on moving forward, and that'll require my full attention. Maybe, even when we get to Platinum Jail, I might learn something that could have helped to save Mizuki. I lie down and close my eyes, determined to get as much rest as I can. My friends are counting on it. Okay, so this next part might be like a repeat of last time, but I'm still gonna read it, so why not? By the time I finally start to drift off, the sun is already peeking through my curtains. This is a Such a catchy ringtone.
Hi.
That voice. I look at the name on my coil.
Huh? ウイルス?
The way he says virus in Japanese is so weird. Virus? I never heard of that. Virus?
ああ、どうした?
大変ですよ。落ち着いてよく聞いてください。警察があなたの家へ向かっています。
え?
This jolts me awake. I lean forward, bringing the coil closer to my face.
なんでだよ。
わかりません。ただかなりの人数がそちらへ向かったようです。
マジか。
とにかく逃げるか隠れるかしてください。うち青葉さん、どうかお気をつけて。
Sorry for skipping that, guys. If you want to see the whole thing, I'd recommend watching my last thing. What the hell is going on? Suddenly, the gentle light on my window doubles in intensity, as if time had leapt forward, skipping straight to noon. I get out of bed, walk to the window, and part the curtains slightly.
眩しい。
Trying to see outside, and there, and might just skip that until we get to Koujaku.
とっとと出てこい。ここにいることは分かってるんだぞ。このテロリストどもめ。
は？
お前らの罪状はこうだ。不法侵入、器物破損、その他もろもろもろもろ、ありとあらゆるものをひっくるめたすべてだ。出てこい。世良垣青葉とその一味どもが。
The sound of my name drives it home. This mess is about me. Since when am I a terrorist? Okay. Let's see. Skip that.
マスター。ばあちゃん、なんか外に警察がわんさがいるんだけど、つか名指しで呼ばれてるんだけど。
面倒なことになったね。ちょっと青葉ちゃん、何がどうなってるのよ。
タエさんに頼まれた件の準備が終わったので来たんですけど。
あいつらどういうつもりか知らないけど、 私たちは青葉ちゃんの味方だ。
そうですとも。
ありがとうございます。で、
トエだろうね。
トエ？
お前が昨日スクラップを使ったのをモルヒネとやらが報告したんだろう。
早く出てこい。来なければこっちから行くぞ。いいな。よーし、突入の準備だ。
お前たち早く勝手口から逃げな。
あいつやるっつったらマジでやるぞ。
ここは私たちで何とかします。だから青葉くんたちは早く勝手口から外へ。
そうよ。悪いことばっかしてろくに働かない警察なんてぶっ飛ばしてやるんだから。
羽賀さん、よ。
突撃。
あば行くぞ。
Reset the back door, storming the place. Alright, here we go, here we go. Okay, the back door leads to a narrow path sandwiched between two walls. We slip through and into a slightly wider alley.
そっちは警官がいます。足音が聞こえます。
I hear footsteps behind
いた
us.
ぞ、こっちだ。
They found us. We're screwed if they catch us in this alley.
固まるな。散らばれ。
Spurred by Ming's command, we split off in different directions. Alright.
あば
Yay! Okay, now we're on to the good shit. Koujaku and I Koujaku and I happen to choose the same direction.
とにかく走るぞ。
ああ、
We run, sprinting through alleyways and taking random turns, so it's no time to think about where we're going. How far have we run? We finally stop to check the area. I don't hear footsteps behind us anymore. Have we lost them? Got some ASMR going. Koujaku and I find a wall to lean on against and catch our breath. I feel like my lungs might burst. Just as I'm starting to feel like I can breathe again, my coil beeps.
ゲームアプリの配信だ。
また？つうかこんな時に？
Okay! I've never heard his coil chime before.
俺のところにも何か来たぞ。
青葉と同じじゃねえか。ゲームアプリの配信だぜ。
マジか。
どうやら自動再生するタイプのようだ。
God damn it. I keep snorting. I'm just gonna be jamming out to this. I'm being annoying, I'm sorry. Yeah. Alright, okay.
なんだこりゃ。よくわかんないゲームだな。プレイできねえし。
コウジャクは今回が初めてか？
ああ、見たことねえな、こんなもの。
言っただろ？デモムービーだけが配信されてくるゲームがあるって。
こいつのことか。
けど、この最後の招待状ってのは、これでプラチナジェイルに入れるってことか？
ん？招待状？
ほら、これ。
I show Koujaku the invitation.
確かに招待状みたいだな。
俺のところにだけ来たのか？
More incomprehensive shit from this game. Was that I'm not even gonna attempt to try and reword that word because I can't fucking read. Though, actually...
ばあちゃんがさらわれるの、やっぱりこのゲームが予言してたんじゃないかって思えてきた。
まさか。
でも、ゲームの内容とほぼ同じようなことがその後実際に起きた。
じゃあ、今回のはどういう意味があるって言うんだ？
洞窟、宝箱、鍵、大きな扉。
まあゲームはともかくその招待状は嘘じゃねえかもな。マジでプラチナジェイルへご招待ってことか。
My coil beeps again. This time it's a message. Alright. I know what it is. It's Mr. Haga. Secret path to Platinum Jail. Alright. Supposed to escort you, but there's been a change of plans. Proceed to the D86 in the North Quarter. We'll meet there. A spot is marked in red on the edge. I'm not even gonna... We've already been through all this. You know, it's honestly kind of fun that we get to kind of like see this all again. I know you guys really enjoyed this. We head north. The place Mr. Haga marked turns out to be the entrance to an underground passage on the outskirts of the North Quarter. A collection of broken barricades has accumulated in front of it. We find Mr. Haga there. He gives me a modified stun gun for self-defense. According to him, the underground passage was used for transporting materials during Platinum Jail's construction. The plan was originally for Platinum Jail to encompass the entire island, which is why the transport route extends to the old residential district. With those plans halted, all that remained is this piece of infrastructure. Though largely forgotten, the path will take us right to the front gate of Platinum Jail. We move the barricades out of the way and head down the rusty stairs. The tunnel is pitch black and seems to go on forever. At the end, we find a staircase. At the top is a place like the likes of which I've never seen before. A giant white gate towers before us. So this must be the gate to Platinum Jail. Should we really keep going? Yes. It's got to be a trap, right? Yes. Despite the doubts looming in my head, we press on. When the gate opens, we're greeted with cheerful music and the sound of firecrackers.
ようこそ日本最大級最高級の愛と夢と癒しの娯楽施設プラチナジェイルへ
The sandwich is kind of stale. It's fine. Sorry. I shouldn't be eating while recording. That's just gross. What can I say? I get hungry. Plus I haven't had lunch. Sorry. Excuse me. I see 5 white doors behind it.
ここは選ばれた人しか入れない地上の楽園だよ
地上の楽園
怪しさ全開だな。
Not all that bothered by our lack of enthusiasm, the panda cheerfully pushes a button on the wall.
さーて君たちの行き先はどこになるのかなウキウキルーレットスタートなるほどなるほど君たちの行き先はフレーム色だよさあこちらへどうぞ
The panda goes to the leftmost door and starts to dance around.
ここは情熱的で愉快痛快なみんなが集まるエリアだよきっとその楽しさに君の胸は高鳴りまくりなはず
I mean, it sounds like Koujaku, honestly.
そんな期待を抱いていってらっしゃい
はあ？なんなんだよあのパンダ。わけわかんないけどまあこっから先はしっかり用心しねえとな。
Oh, I love him.
ああ。
This is almost certainly a trap, and we've gone too far to turn back now.
ドアの横にある認証モニターに入園チケットもしくは招待状をかざしてね
I open the invitation on my coil and approach the screen.
プラチナ ID を認証しました。青葉様とお連れ様、ようこそプラチナジェイルへ。それでは入場手続きを開始いたします。お連れ様のゲスト ID を発行いたします。お連れ様のコイルをモニターにかざしてください。
Koujaku touches his coil to his screen.
認証されましたので、ゲスト ID を送信いたしました。すべての権限はプラチナ ID に帰属します。 ゲスト ID 単体での使用は制限される場合がございますのでご注意ください。詳しくはインビテーションカードのサービスの項目をご覧ください。それでは楽しい時間を。
Yep, this is definitely Kojaku's vibe. We pass through the door and find ourselves in a world of red. I'm not quite sure how to describe it. The buildings have an old-fashioned Japanese feel to them, but are kind of modern at the same time. And the sky is filled with glittering stars. You never see something like this in the old residential district. Both of the weather and the time of day are artificial in Platinum Jail. I've heard it's almost always night inside. Supposedly the idea is to make I've read this before and I still can't fucking read. Supposedly the idea is to make it feel like a party every day, or to make it more relaxing or something. The most prominent thing in the sky is the tower, the symbol of Platinum Jail. I've heard the rumors, but this is my first time seeing it. There's something unsettling about it, like it's watching everything I do. Koujaku glances at the sign, then looks around the area.
なんか妙な雰囲気だな。とりあえず右も左もわかんねえしよ。まず情報を集めねえと。
そうだな。
あの招待状にはこのエリアのこととか書いてなかったのか。
ちょっと見てみる。
I open the map attached to the invitation.
プラチナジェイルのマップか。このマークされてるとこは
滞在する施設の場所だろう。
早速行ってみるとしますか。
ああ、ねえ、この施設までのナビを。
Huh? Hearing a voice behind me, I turn to see a familiar pair of women standing there. Although their clothes are loud and gaudy, their expressions and mannerisms give them an air of elegance. They're against the Platinum Jail, after all. I assume they must be heiresses or something? How do you say that? Ooh. Okay, I love her voice, and the tattoos are honestly a nice touch. One of the women is staring at Koujaku intently. It doesn't look like he knows her.
Oh, どうも。
Oh!
こいつはベニって名前だ。
Aww. He's being a flirt.
あなたたち、こちらにはまだいらしたばかりなの？
つより今来たばっかりで。
そうよね。キョロキョロしていたからそうじゃないかと思ったわ。
まあ。
Koujaku's smile suddenly freezes. His eyes are fixated on one of the women. She has a tattoo of a large black spider on her neck. A smaller but three-dimensional golden spider is sitting on top of it. Her all-mate, obviously.
何かしら?
The woman gives Koujaku a curious look. He immediately forces the smile back onto his lips.
悪い。ちょっと見とっちまって。
God, Koujaku.
まあ、私に興味があるの？
それまあ、
Jesus.
男ならみんな女には興味あるだろうな。
Oh God, Koujaku, you're such a freaking You're a hopeless romantic. You're a flirt, but you kind of deny all kinds of dates.
面白い人ね。
The woman giggled cheerfully.
私たちこれからパーティーなの。と言っても堅苦しいものじゃないのよ。ゆったりと遊べる場所。もしよかったらあなたも一緒にいかがかしら。
Koujaku falls silent. He's gonna turn them down. At least that's what I thought, but then the silence just drags on. Hey, come on, you're not seriously considering it, are you? I know you're a lady killer and all, but at the same time and place, man.
ここは楽園。私たちは導かれた人間よ。いわば家族も同然なの。だから身構えることは何もないわ。気を楽にして。
I'm a little bit shocked now.
そうだな。そういうことなら連れてってもらおうか。
Are you ditching us? I can't believe my ears. Koujaku leans in close to my ear.
こういう時こそ情報ってのは拾えるもんだ。
Oh, okay. I thought you were straight up ditching us.
そういうことじゃなくて。
心配すんなって。コイルで連絡は取れるみてえだし。よっと。
Koujaku fiddles with his coil. A second later, mine beeps. You know, if you kind of put it out of context, this looks very sensual.
その子はいいのかしら？
ああ、俺一人だ。独り占めしたいんでな。
I'd like to come, please.
じゃあな。
Koujaku, I'm gonna punch you.
コウジャク
You literally fucking dumped us for some ladies. Koujaku walks off, one arm around each of the women. I just stand there stunned and watch him go. Oh gosh.
なんだよあいつ。
This route may not make me laugh as hard as I did with Clear's route, if you guys remember when I saw naked Clear. I think Koujaku's just gonna make me like cringe a little and like, you know, make me kind of fall for him because, as Alba said, he is a lady killer.
なんかちょっといくらなんでもひどくね？なあね。
Ring pokes his head out of my bag. I hope he'll echo my frustration.
女好きなのは知ってたけどさ。まさかここまでとか思わねえし普通。
Man whore? What the fuck?
公爵らしいといえば公爵らしいが、今の状況にはふさわしくない。
Why you gotta ask your allmate for it? Why you gotta ask your allmate for validation, man? That's just wrong.
あいつだって分かってるはずなんだけどな。情報収集とは言ってたけど。
彼がそこまで浅はかだとは考えにくいが。
俺もそう思うんだけどさ。
I can feel the unease growing in my chest. This is the last thing I want to be thinking about, but I can't shake my feeling of disappointment. I never would have thought he'd run off with some girls in a situation like this. What am I even supposed to do now?
まあ、起きちまったことはしょうがねえよな。俺は俺で情報収集と行くか。
ああ。
I walk around for a bit, following the map of Platinum Jail on my coil. Everywhere I look, an ad keeps catching my eye. Special celebration. It's plastered all over massive digital posters and billboards, so I couldn't avoid it even if I wanted to. It has to be the event Granny mentioned. It's probably a good idea to go. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, that's about all the information I get from my walk. I'm starting to get fed up with all the signs praising Platinum Jail and Toei.
ちょっと疲れてきたな。
ずっと動きっぱなしだからだろ
う。うん。例の施設に行ってみるか。レ、ナビ頼む。
了解。
I decide to stop by a fast food place on the way. Even little things get me when I'm hungry, so filling my empty stomach is a priority. That is so true. As a girl who loves to eat, that is very relatable, Alba. Of course, this is Platinum Jail's fast food. Even the storefront is fancier than anything you'd find in the old residential district, so I'm a little hesitant to go in. But I manage. Then, following Ren's directions, I finally arrive at my destination. The place in what looks like a residential district that rows upon rows of extravagant villas. Ours is a little I need a minute to kind of process and fucking use my head so I can actually read. Ours is a smaller building toward the end. Compared to the other buildings, it looks a bit older. There's a plate with the word glitter set above the door. The neighboring building has a different word above its door, so I assume it's the building's name. I hold my coil up to the screen next to the door. After the telltale click of the lock, I turn the old-fashioned doorknob and enter. Oh yeah, same reaction as when Clear saw it. When I step inside, my eyes go wide. The interior looks just as old-fashioned as the place did from the outside. There's a huge clock, a table, and even a sofa. Every piece of furniture looks like an authentic period piece, and it's all in perfect condition. I head up the staircase at the back to check out the second floor. The first area off the stairs looks like a den. It has a TV, a small bar, and a couch. There are several rooms down the hall next to it, bedrooms, I assume. After giving the second floor a quick once-over, I go back downstairs and take a seat on the sofa. I lay out the food I bought on the way. I figured even fast food would be expensive here, but it actually wasn't that bad. Now, what does the food here taste like? I pick up the hamburger and take a bite. You know, I got a sandwich with me right now as we speak, so... There's something kind of weird about the texture of the meat. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I guess it tastes expensive or something? It's not like I'd call it delicious. Not what I call delicious. It makes me long for a taste of the cruder food I'm used to. While nibbling at the hamburger, I check my coil. I sent Koujaku a message while I was waiting for my order, but he hasn't replied. I sigh, remembering him walking off with a woman on each arm. I need to talk about that special celebration thing. The way he says baka is so weird. Baka. Grumbling to myself, I start to clean the table. After I finish, I spend some time dozing on the sofa. I check the I literally cannot read. I apologize. I check the time on my coil when I wake up. It's almost dawn already. Koujaku is still out. Just then, the front door opens. I jump up and turn to look. Koujaku. Oh, look who's returned. Koujaku smiles awkwardly, but I don't miss the expression that smile hides. When he walked through the door, Koujaku had a dark, drained look on his face. An expression like that is drastically out of character for him. I'm suddenly anxious to know what happened. My plan to give him an earful has forgotten. You gonna glare at him? Nothing much, huh? But Koujaku doesn't explain any further. He heads straight for the stairs. Koujaku stops and turns around. So what you did was just a complete waste of time? What the hell? I can't stop myself from glaring.
コウジャク、ちょっといいか？
おう。
別にお前がどこで何しようと俺は構わねえし、女と遊びたきゃ遊べばいいと思う。けど仮にもこれからヤバいことになりそうだって時に、なんつうかわかるだろう。うまく言えねえけど空気とかそういうの。
Koujaku frowns apologetically.
そうだな。つい悪い癖が出ちまった。変な心配かけてごめんな。
まあ別にいいんだけどさ。
He apologized, but I can't really say anything else. An awkward smile, or an awkward silence fills the room. I try to change the subject.
そういやお前飯は食ったのか？
おう、食ってきた。
そうか。
つかよ、この建物。
Koujaku looks around the room.
いろんな意味ですげえな。外観と全然違うし。
ああ、俺も最初見たときは驚いた。
2階は行ったか？
寝室がある。
そうか。それじゃあ早速休ませてもらうかな。
Koujaku hurries upstairs like he's trying to get away. But he pauses at the top of the stairs to look at me.
お前もソファーじゃなく、ちゃんと部屋入って休めよ。って俺が言えたことじゃないが。じゃあ、おやすみ。
Koujaku disappears down the second floor hall. For a while, I just stare at the spot where he vanished. I don't even know how to describe it when I'm feeling. What the hell is he doing that whole time? He avoided my questions. That annoys me, but most of all, it makes me anxious. Something's going on. He seems weirdly distant while we were talking, like his mind wasn't all there. Maybe things went through the south with those women? If that's what it was, he brought it on himself. What do I care about them anyway? I sigh, trying to shake my unease, and head upstairs to the second floor. I listen carefully before picking a room to avoid walking in on Koujaku. The room isn't particularly large, but it's clean and well furnished. I flop onto the bed. Man, what is up with him? I stare at the ceiling as words of frustration cycle through my head. It's been like this ever since Koujaku walked off. I must be tired because my thoughts circle around the issue. I start to get sleepy. I dozed off on the couch earlier, but nothing beats sleeping in a real bed. I feel light as a feather. It's getting hard to keep my eyes open. Slowly, I give in and drift off to sleep. Okay, guys, that is a good stopping point for today. Oh gosh, we're already off to a good start with Koujaku. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. If you guys want to go see the earlier character, check out the full playlist. My impression on Koujaku, he's definitely hiding something. Definitely. So, if you guys like the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, become part of the channel, click that little ding-a-ling-a-ling, that little bell button to be notified by every new video that I post, and if you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit subscribe, get to know me a lot better. All of my social media links will be down in the description below, and check out the full playlist of DRAMAtical Murders somewhere in the end card or in the little tag in the corner. Yeah, that'll be it. And check out the last playthrough, and check out Clear's route, and you may cry with me. So yeah, I'll see all you gorgeous people in the next video. Farewell! I don't think I'm prepared to see what Koujaku has hidden for us. Like, at all.